All right, here we go. This is Unit 1 from Reading Explorer, Book 1. It's called Amazing Animals. What does it say here? It says a great gray owl is camouflaged against a tree. And in this amazing picture, you can see that yes, we have an owl right here. It says camouflaged against a tree. Camouflage is a really great word. And in this situation, it means it's hidden. It's camouflaged against a tree. So it's sitting in front of the tree and it's camouflaged. It's hidden. Its colors match the tree. Let's do the warm up. So I'm going to read these warm up questions. You can read them too and try to practice your answers. It's really good to speak out loud, even if you're by yourself. Just try, just speak. So I'm going to read the questions and I will give my answers to my imaginary partner. What is your favorite animal? Why? Okay, next one. What are some things animals can do that humans can't? I'm going to start with number 1 and make sure you give your answer too. You can even pause the video and tell me your answer. What is your favorite animal? Why? My favorite animal is the meerkat. Meerkats are very cute. I love how they are so furry, and I love how they sit on their hind legs, their back legs, and they just kind of have a long neck and look at you. They're very cute. I saw a lot of meerkats in Australia, and I fell in love with them. Okay, number 2. What are some things animals can do that humans can't? Well, I think there's a lot of things. I think the first thing most people think about is animals can fly. Humans can fly in planes and helicopters, but we can't just fly with our arms. Some animals can breathe underwater. There are many things that we can't do that animals can. Okay, so let's have some fun here and let's get you to say your answer to me. Okay, number 1, what is your favorite animal and why? Okay, I think you had a really good answer. Let's try number 2. What are some things animals can do and that humans can't? Ooh, okay. I'm sure you had a good answer for that one as well. You can also write your answers there on the document if you like. So, 1A, we're going to look at section 1A. We have some reading to do and we have some questions as well. I'm not going to give any answers right now, but let's look at this. Look at the photo, match each description with the correct part of the dolphin. So go into your book and look at number 1. Number 1 says dolphins sleep by resting one half of their brain at a time. All right, so as long as you have your book or you have this document, you can go in, you can look at the picture. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes to look at. And what you need to do is you need to find out what part of the photo is represented by the bold word here, this black bold word. So this one is brain. So all you have to do is find where you should put number 1. Where is the brain? I think you can get that. Number 2, a dolphin's tail doesn't have any bones. So what are they talking about? They're talking about the tail. Can you find the spot where the tail is? And can you put in the number? Number 3, dolphins hear through a special bone in their lower jaw. So now you have to find the jaw. Where is the jaw? And number 4, the bones inside a dolphin's flippers look like the bones inside your arm and hand. Where are flippers? All right. B, it says, look at the reading title and headings. What is the reading about? Circle A, B, or C, then read the passage to check your answer. Skimming is a really important skill when you're doing reading. You skim through something to get the main idea and the most important parts of the reading. If you can skim, it means you can go through something quickly and get the most important ideas. All right, so look at the reading title and headings. What is the reading about? Circle A, B, or C, then read the passage to check your answer. So, what we can do here is you can look at the title. This is the title. And the headings are these things here. The words that are a bit bigger, they're like the titles of the paragraphs. We call them headings. So, The Incredible Dolphin is what I've got here. That's my title. And then I've got communication, number 1. I've got play, number 2. And I've got teamwork, number 3. So, I have 3 different parts that I'm reading about in this text about dolphins. And I've also got the title there. What do you think this reading passage is about? So you can choose. Do you think it's about types of dolphins? Do you think it's about things dolphins do? Or do you think it's about what dolphins eat? The Incredible Dolphin. Many people say dolphins are intelligent. They seem to be able to think, understand, and learn things quickly. But are they as smart as humans, or are they more like cats and dogs? Dolphins use their brains quite differently from the way people do, but scientists say dolphins and humans are alike in some ways. How? Communication. Like humans, every dolphin has its own name. The name is a special whistle. Each dolphin chooses a whistle for itself, usually by its first birthday. Dolphins are like people in other ways too. They talk to each other about a lot of things, such as their age, their feelings, and possible danger. They also use a system of sounds and body language to communicate. Understanding dolphin conversation is not easy for humans. No one speaks dolphin yet, but some scientists are trying to learn. Play. Dolphins live in groups called pods, and they often join other dolphins from different pods to play games and have fun, just like people. Sometimes they chase other dolphins carrying objects, for example, seaweed, and throw these objects back and forth. Scientists believe playing together is something only intelligent animals do. Teamwork. Dolphins and humans are similar in another way. They both make plans for getting things they want. In the seas of southern Brazil, for example, dolphins use an intelligent method to get food. When there are fish near a boat, dolphins signal to the fishermen to put their nets in the water. With the dolphins' help, the men can catch a lot of fish. Why do dolphins assist the men? There is an advantage for the dolphins. They get to eat some of the fish that escape from the net. Here we have some vocabulary words. A whistle is a high pitched sound made by blowing air through a hole. Number 2, if you signal to someone, you make an action or a sound to tell them something. Choose the best answer for each question. I love reading the things on the side because they're telling you what this question is trying to get you to understand. It's the main idea. What does the reading not mention? So, what's the main idea here, and what does the reading not mention? We've got A, how dolphins communicate with each other. B, how dolphins move quickly through the water. Or C, how dolphins play games and have fun. Okay, I didn't see anything about how dolphins move quickly through the water. It's your choice. You can choose your answer. Inference. So, this is a very important skill. When you infer something, you basically take information, and with that information that you have, you make a decision about something. Maybe you weren't told everything about the dolphin, but you're able to infer something about the dolphin because you have this previous information. Inferring is a really, really important skill. And here in Canada, a lot of students learn this skill in school. They look at pictures or they read something and they learn about that thing, but then they have to answer questions about it, even when you can't find those answers in the reading. You have to infer. You have to take what you've learned and make your own conclusions, your own decisions. The author mentions cats and dogs in paragraph A to show that. So, why did they do this? Can you infer? To show that A, cats and dogs are very intelligent. B, there are different levels of intelligence. C, scientists have studied the brains of cats and dogs. So, why would they put cats and dogs in paragraph A? You can circle your answer for that one. Next, we're going to talk about detail. So this you can find in the reading. Detail, this is when you go back and you search, you skim through the reading, or you scan through the reading and you find the detail. Where does a dolphin get its name? A, it gets it from its mother. B, it gets it from scientists. Or C, it chooses it for itself. You can pick your answer there. Next, we've got another detail one. Number 4, which sentence about dolphin language is true? A, dolphins talk to each other about many things. B, dolphin conversation is easy for humans to understand. Or C, dolphins can't understand dolphins from other pods. This you can go back and search the reading passage. So, what is true here? Okay. 5, another detail question. Why do dolphins sometimes help fishermen? A, dolphins are kind animals. Well, I'm sure they're kind. But is that the reason? B, the dolphins can get food that way. Or C, the fishermen ask the dolphins for help. So you can choose your answer there. We've got categorizing here. So we're making little columns, a chart here. We're going to put some information in this chart. This is a very good thing to do when you're learning and studying, because if you have a lot of information, but you're able to organize it, that is going to help your brain understand it more easily. According to the reading passage, what do these dolphin behaviors demonstrate? Add them to the chart. Okay, so we've got communication, we've got play, and we've got teamwork. So you're looking at different behaviors, and you must put those behaviors into one of these spots here, depending on what this behavior is related to, or what it shows, or what it demonstrates. Please do the others. You can finish that, put them in, and of course, send me your work. Hi, welcome back. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a different shirt. This is a different day, but we're going to continue here in Unit 1, skimming for gist. Now, what is gist? Well, gist is a very important thing. The gist of a passage is what the text is mainly about. When you want to get the gist of a passage, don't read every word. You skim the text quickly to find out what it is mostly about. Look at the title and any headings, photos, captions. Another strategy is to read the first sentence of each paragraph. Very helpful. When you're skimming a passage, you're just lightly going over it. Let's look at A here. Skim reading A again. What is the main idea of the passage? Circle A, B, or C. So this is up to you. A, we can learn a lot from the way dolphins communicate, play, and work together. B, the dolphin is the most intelligent sea animal in the world. B, the dolphin is the most intelligent sea animal in the world. Or C, dolphins are intelligent and in some ways are like humans. So it's a little tricky. All of these are interesting, and the article did talk about a lot of these things. So skim through the passage and figure out what the main idea is. The main idea is the most important thing, the biggest thing that they are saying in the reading passage. It's like if you had to give one sentence to explain the whole thing, that would be the main idea. Okay, B, skim this short passage and answer the questions 1 to 2 below. Then read the passage again and check your answers. Okay, here we go. A wandering albatross. This is very interesting. The albatross is a very amazing bird with a very, very long wingspan. I think one of the longest wingspans in the world for any bird. So it can soar, it can glide through the air for a long time. And I highly recommend you check out the poem about the albatross. Okay, so I'm not going to read it, I'm going to skim. And I want you to skim too. Just go through it quickly. One thing I can say when you're skimming, look for numbers. That's always good. Look for interesting facts. Okay, so it's hard to train yourself to not read the whole thing, but it can really help you save time in the future, and it can also help you get good at looking at something and knowing what it's about. So I hope you skimmed. All right, what is the above passage mainly about? A, B, or C? Choose your answer. And two, what could be a title for this passage? A, B, or C? Choose your answer. Okay, let's go back and let's read it. The albatross is one of the world's largest flying birds. It also has the largest wings of any bird, up to 3.4 meters from tip to tip. These giant birds use their wings to ride the ocean winds. Very cool. They can fly for hours without rest or even without moving their wings. Some may even be able to sleep while flying. What? Most albatrosses spend nearly all their time in the air. In fact, they only return to land to breed. That means to have babies. Breed. A parent albatross might fly thousands of kilometers to find food for its young. In its lifetime, an albatross can fly a total of more than 6 million kilometers. Okay, that's a lot. So, did you find out what it was mainly about? One way that helped me is I looked at 3.4 meters from tip to tip. I knew, okay, they're talking about the wings. Sleep while flying, yep, they're talking about flying. And the 6 million kilometers, yeah, okay, that makes sense. They're flying a lot. So for me, I kind of thought, I'm going to choose something that talks about flying. And for number two, well, that's up to you. You can choose your answer. All right, we've got critical thinking here. Now, in Reading Explorer, they always have a critical thinking question. Critical thinking is a very important skill because you're taking information and you're processing it in your brain and you're making your own conclusions, your own ideas. Now, this is a lot like inferring. When you infer something, you're taking information, processing it, and making some judgment, some decision. So, critical thinking, you really have to dig down into your brain and think about these questions and have evidence for your answers. Okay, let's look at this. Reading A mentions three similarities between dolphins and humans. What are they? So that's not really too much critical thinking. You're just going back and searching through the article. That can be done quite easily. Can you think of other ways to tell if a human or if an animal is intelligent? Discuss with a partner and note some ideas. Now you get to stretch your thinking. You've read a lot in the article about intelligence. You've learned about play, communication, the body language. You've learned about strategy, teamwork, helping the fishermen so that they can get some fish too. So now you have to be creative and let the wheels turn, the gears turn in your brain, and think of other ways to find out if an animal is intelligent. And one way I would do that is I would think about, first of all, how do I know if a human is intelligent? So think about that and put in your answer. Okay, let's move on. We're going to do vocabulary practice. We're going to read the paragraph below and match each word in red. I don't know why it says red when these are blue, with its definition. We've got 5 words here. I will read this. A lot of students find this stuff really easy. And yes, it is, but it's still interesting. So let's go through here. There are a few ways to test how smart animals are. One method is to test memory. Scientists in Japan showed a group of college students and a group of 5-year-old chimps the numbers 1 to 9 in different places on a computer screen. The test was to see if the groups could remember the position of the numbers in the correct order. Each time, the chimps were faster than the students. Why? Were the chimps special in some way? Did someone assist them? No, but the chimps probably had an important advantage. They were young. As both humans and animals get older, their memory gets worse. Ha! Okay, well, that's not a very uplifting reading passage, but it's true. Our memories get worse as we get older. So you should always be strengthening your memory. Learning another language is a good way to strengthen your memory. Okay, so you can put in your answers. We've got a way of doing something to help, clever, better, or more important than others, something that helps you succeed. One thing I'm going to say is I notice most students have difficulties with the word method. So a method, well, pause the video, put in your answers, and then I'll tell you what it is. Okay, hopefully you paused. So maybe you know someone who is really good at folding their clothes. What's their method? What's their way of doing it? How do they fold their clothes? Maybe you know someone who's really good at studying, and you can say, what's your method? What's your method for studying? How do you study so well? Okay, B. So we did definitions. We've got completion now. I love these ones. This is fill in the blank. It's great. The orangutan here is from Sumatra. This is an island, I do believe, the island of Sumatra. And I'm going to read each sentence here. And I won't say what is in the blank, so I'll just go for blank. And you can fill in the words that you think are correct. Here we go. Orangutans and humans are in some ways. Both are very animals. For example, to stay dry when it rains, orangutans take leaves from trees and use them like umbrellas. These apes don't have a complex language, like humans do. But today, some orangutans are learning basic sign language to express their thoughts and New research also suggests that orangutans can about the past, just like humans. If something is complex, it is complicated or made up of many parts. Let's move on. Word parts. Throughout this series, you will learn to love these word parts. They are great. They have suffixes, prefixes, collocations, just interesting things that we have in the English language. So, some nouns use the suffixes ants and ents. And I know some people might say, what? Those sound exactly the same. Yes, they do. I'm sorry. English is not always super logical or easy. Use the noun form of these words to complete the sentences. Add the correct suffix to each word. Okay, here we go. First thing, make sure you understand the instructions. Use the noun form of these words. The noun form. So to turn it into a noun, remember a noun is a person, a place, or a thing, we have to add these suffixes, ants and ents. Okay. So it's going to be the first one, assistance or assistance. You have to know. The next one, different. You have to change it into a noun. I'm not going to tell you what that is. And then the next one after is intelligent. You have to change that into a noun. So basically, you can slap on these suffixes. A suffix means the ending, it goes on the end of the word. You can slap them on and see if that works. It won't always work if you just slap it on. You might need to remove some letters, get rid of some letters, something like that. So you can also use a dictionary or the internet for this, or a friend or parent. Okay, so number one, what is the between a dolphin and a porpoise? And number two, the fact that apes use tools shows they have great And number 3, whales will often give to other whales that are in danger. Okay. So I would recommend looking up these words first if you don't know what they mean, and then finding the noun form of them. Okay, here we go. We've got reading 1B. We're going to look at these exercises before we jump into the reading. So before you read, we've got some definitions. Read the caption below, then circle the correct words to complete these definitions. If you disguise yourself, you change how you look so others know or don't know who you are. You can circle the correct definition there. Number 2, a predator is an animal that eats other animals or plants. You can circle the answer. Number 3, if two animals look like each other, they look different or the same. Okay, we've got skimming. We know skimming. This is a skill we learned. Look at the picture on page 15 and read the caption and labels. Then skim the passage and complete the sentence below. Read the passage to check your answer. Most of the passage explains why or how octopuses disguise themselves. So, is it about why they disguise or how they disguise? And remember that word camouflage? Do octopuses use camouflage? Let's look. This is a great picture here. Octopuses disguise themselves so predators, e.g., which I like to say, for example, is dolphins or sharks. Don't see them. Here, the octopus looks like the coral nearby. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Look at the picture, great picture, on page 15 and read the captions and labels. Okay, so it's over here. Going to scroll down. Whoa, we've got a nice drawing of an octopus. Going to read this here. All muscle, no bones. An octopus's body has many muscles. This makes it strong and fast. Octopuses also have no bones, so they can change their shape very quickly. Wouldn't you want to be an octopus? That's very cool. You'd never break a bone. So, if you want, you can read through all these really interesting um, captions about the octopus, but I'm just going to look at that. I'm going to kind of skim over this, skim over the passage a bit, and I'm going to put in my answer. So I'm going to say, after skimming through all that, I think it explains, and then I'm going to circle my answer. So why or how? All right. Now we will figure out what the answer is by reading the whole text. Reading comprehension. We're going to do this now together. The gist. What is the gist? Well, remember, the gist is what it's mainly about. What would be the best alternative title for this passage? You choose. Detail. Which of these sentences is not true? Chromatophores or chromatophores. I'm not sure how to say it. Chromatophores. You say it however you want. Chromatophores seems easier for me. Which is not true. So you have to learn. You have to go back about and look in the reading about chromatophores, and find out what is not true about them. Can they change size? You have to find that in the reading. Inference. So when we're inferring something, we're making conclusions. We have to find the answer ourselves. In red light, an octopus probably appears. What color do you think it would appear? Okay, again, we're inferring. In paragraph C, the author suggests that some corals, interesting, can change color, can roll themselves into balls, or have spiky outer surfaces. And we have reference here. So what does they refer to in paragraph D, line 4? These are great questions. Referring. So this, I'm going to zoom in here. This is a pronoun. This is a pronoun. They. I is a pronoun. You is a pronoun. They is a pronoun. And it refers to something. That means it represents something. So you don't always want to say, the octopuses love to be in the water. The octopuses also have no bones. The octopuses also have blue blood, or something like that. That gets too redundant, we say in English. So you're saying it too many times. Gets boring. So you can use a pronoun. You can say, the octopuses live in water. They have no bones in their body. So the pronoun they must refer to something. And is it referring to octopuses, bones, or predators? There you go. We're going to finish up here, this page matching. Look at the list of ways octopuses disguise themselves, A to C, and the statements 1 to 5. Match each statement with the method of disguise. Write A, B, or C. Okay. A Pacific red octopus shows its suckers. There we go. Interesting creature indeed. We've got 1. So if they're producing spots on their skin, what is that? Is that color? Is it texture? Is it shape? If they appear to be sea snakes, are they changing color, texture, shape? If they roll their bodies into balls, what would that be? If they're reflecting light, what would that be? And if they're making their skin spiky, what would that be? Okay, that is it. We will continue to the reading skill, identifying main ideas in paragraphs. And then after that, we will be looking finally at our video, and you will be done Unit 1. So we have our reading skill here, identifying main ideas in paragraphs. First of all, why is this important? Well, identifying main ideas in paragraphs helps you understand what you're reading. And it's actually good because it saves you time. If you just read something and you don't really understand it, you don't really know what the main idea is, then it's kind of a waste of time. So let's look at this. A paragraph usually has one main idea and some details that support it. Paragraphs often include a topic sentence that describes the main idea. Usually, but not always, a topic sentence is at or near the start of the paragraph or at the end. I'll read that again. Usually, but not always, a topic sentence is at or near the start of the paragraph or at the end. One way to find the main idea quickly is to read the sentences at the beginning and end of the paragraph. A paragraph's heading, if it has one, that's the title, can also give a clue to its main idea. So, if I just highlight something here, very, very important. Paragraphs often include a topic sentence that describes the main idea. So there's something called a topic sentence, which will tell you the main idea. It can happen at the start or at the end of the paragraph. It's usually at the start. So let's look at this here. Main idea, exercise A. Read the paragraph below. Which sentence gives the main idea? Circle A, B, or C. There we have our options there, and we have a Malayan giant stick insect. Okay, here we go. Is it a stick or is it an insect? It's a stick insect, an insect that looks like a stick. The stick insect is an example of an animal that uses color, texture, and shape to disguise itself. It lives and can easily hide among the leaves and twigs of plants. Most stick insects are either brown or green. The smallest types are just over a centimeter long. The largest is about 33 centimeters, making it one of the world's longest insects. Interesting. So, you can read this and you can figure out what the topic sentence is. And we have some examples here. We've got A, the stick insect is an example of an animal that uses color, texture, and shape to disguise itself. B, it lives and can easily hide among the leaves and twigs of plants. C, the largest is about 33 centimeters, making it one of the world's largest insects. Okay, so the sentence that is giving the main idea is going to be the sentence that is telling you what this paragraph is going to be about. Be very careful because some sentences just give you facts. They just give you information. They don't tell you what you're going to be reading. So that's how you can find your answer. Okay, look back at reading B, match each paragraph with its main idea. So you have to go back to the octopus reading. And I'll read these for you. You can pause the video and go back and choose your answers. An octopus can change its shape and skin texture. So, which paragraph has that as its main idea? It would be the paragraph that talks about the shape and skin texture. Next, octopuses can change how they look very quickly. The paragraph that talks about them changing how they look very quickly, well, that's going to be the one. So an octopus can change its skin color, match the paragraph to that main idea, and then octopuses disguise themselves for their own protection. There you go. Okay, please complete this question here. Write in your answer or record your answer and send it to me. Voice record. Which animal do you think is smarter, the dolphin or the octopus? Why? Note your ideas and discuss with a partner. So first, you want to answer the question. What I do is I always give my students the APE method. Answer, provide examples or evidence, and then end your answer nicely. Okay, next page. We're getting through it. Vocabulary practice. I'll read this and I'll do the and you put in your answer. Reef squid, like their relatives, octopuses, have an amazing They can quickly change their physical in order to from predators. They also use this skill to send messages. They can even two messages at the same time. For example, a male reef squid swimming near a female squid can create colorful, attractive on the side of its body closest to the female. On the other side, it shows black and white lines that tell other male squids or other male squid to stay away. All right. Exercise B, words in context. Complete each sentence with the correct answer. So, number 1, a creature refers to any living, what, plant or animal? This is just finding the definition. A circle has a, what, shape? If you survive a dangerous situation, you through it. The muscles in the human body control how we If you develop a skill or ability, it becomes Okay. Word forms, one of my favorite ones. Everybody loves this. Exercise C. The verb survive can be made into a noun by adding the suffixes or or al. Complete the sentences with the correct words from the box. So, in English, we do this all the time. We have verbs. Survive is a verb. You can turn it into a noun. What is a noun? A noun is a person, it's a place, it's a thing. You can add letters at the end, OR or AL. It really depends. There are different letters you can add, but those are called suffixes, and that turns it into a noun. So survive can become survivor or survival. Okay, the of whales is connected to the health of the ocean. Okay, these plants cannot in very cold conditions. The plane crash had only one Oh, okay. And congratulations. We're at the end of the unit. My favorite part, when we get to watch a cool video. A chameleon balances on a thin branch. We're going to watch a very cool video about the chameleon. You can skip through it if you want. You can watch it on your own time. And then we'll go over the questions, and then you will be done. Okay, we're going to watch a video here about chameleons. But before you watch, there are some exercises we have to do. So read the extracts from the video, then complete the definitions of the words or phrases in bold. Circle the correct words. Chameleons can change color to attract other chameleons or to warn them to go away. To catch food, a chameleon hides in the trees until an insect walks by. Then it shoots out its tongue. So, if you want to attract something, you want it to, and you can circle your answer, come to you or go away. Number 2, when you warn someone about something, you tell them that something good or bad may happen. Circle your answer. When something shoots out, it moves very quickly or slowly. Okay, and we have a quiz here. Read the sentences below and guess if they are correct. You've got true or false, T or F. The main reason chameleons change color is to hide from predators. True or false? A chameleon's tongue is very long. Chameleons are in trouble because they are being hunted by other animals. So that's it. We're going to watch the video now. I will put the video in this video. You can watch it here now, or you can go to the Reading Explorer website.
There are 202 species of chameleon in the world that scientists know about. 42% of these different types of chameleons live in Madagascar. These creatures are famous for their ability to change color. For a long time, scientists thought chameleons changed color to hide from other animals. But now they know that the main reason chameleons change color is to communicate with each other. Chameleons can change color to attract other chameleons or to warn them to go away. They can use their colors to show that they are angry or scared. Sometimes, their colors also change because of changes in the temperature. So, if chameleons don't change colors to hide from predators, how do they stay safe? It turns out that chameleons stay safe by moving back and forth in a strange way. By following this odd system of movements, the chameleon looks less like a moving animal and more like a leaf being blown by the wind. A chameleon's tongue is very long and moves very fast. To catch food, a chameleon hides in the trees until an insect walks by. Then, it shoots out its tongue to catch the insect. A chameleon can catch insects as far away as 2 times its body length. A chameleon's tongue is made of bone and muscles, and the end of its tongue is very sticky. The muscles at the back of the tongue prepare the sticky parts to shoot out, just like how a person pulls back the string of a bow to get ready to shoot an arrow. Then they let go. The tongue shoots forward at a great speed, and the insect is caught in the blink of an eye. Chameleons are amazing creatures, but like many other animals, they're in trouble. Many species of chameleons are endangered. This is because the forests and other areas where they live are disappearing or are being changed by people. And when the area is changed too much, it becomes hard for chameleons to live there. Scientists are working to help endangered chameleon species by learning as much as they can about these colorful creatures.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Chameleons are very interesting. And something that I didn't know before watching this video was that chameleons don't really use their color changing ability, their camouflage, to hide from predators. They actually do those weird movements to mimic, to be like a stick or a leaf blowing in the wind to hide from predators. So you can look at your quiz there and see if you got number one right. We're going to now continue on here. So you can watch the video again if you need to, check your answers. Then we're going to go to B, watch the video again, choose the correct answer for each question. So maybe you can remember from the video what these answers should be. Number one, according to the video, where do many different types of chameleons live? Is it Malta or Madagascar? Now, if you know both of those places, you might know that Malta isn't somewhere that would necessarily have chameleons just around everywhere. Madagascar, I think a lot of people know where Madagascar is and that it has a lot of different types of amazing animals. I want to say that there are lemurs on Madagascar as well, but I could be wrong. So, number two, what is one reason given in the video for chameleons' color changes? To show they want some food or to show that they are scared? Do you remember? Number three, why do chameleons rock back and forth? To stay safe from predators or to get ready to attack other animals? Number four, the video uses a model of a bow and arrow to what? Show how difficult it is for a predator to attack a chameleon, or explain how a chameleon can stick out its tongue very fast. Last, we have the critical thinking reflecting question. I do want you to write in your answer. Please think about it. You can even write it on a piece of paper first and then put it in. If you were a scientist studying animals, what animal would you study? What would you like to find out about this animal? Note some ideas and share your answers with a partner. Could be any animal. So my answer, if I was writing this, I would first give my answer. I would use the ape method. I would give my answer, provide some examples or evidence, and then end it nicely, conclude it. Okay, if I was studying animals, I would want to study the pink river dolphin. I would want to study this amazing animal because for me, it looks very interesting, almost bizarre, because it's pink and it also lives in rivers, like I think in the Amazon River. So I find its habitat really interesting. And I think also it's probably very fascinating to see this river dolphin swimming in the water. I would want to learn more about it. I would want to learn about its habitat, how it communicates, its habits, what it does usually, where it comes from, where it goes, if there are any threats to it. So you can really choose a lot of things here. That's what I would say. I would try to make my answer a bit more structured than that. And then I would say, I would end it nicely. So, therefore, due to the pink river dolphin's bizarre appearance and interesting habitat, I would really like to study it. Okay, vocabulary review. Do you remember the meanings of these words? If you do, you can check them off. We've got advantage, alike, assist, communicate, feelings, intelligent, method, smart, special, system. Ability, appearance, creature, develop, hide, muscle, pattern, produce, shape, survive. That is it. You are done, Unit 1. Make sure to send me your work. I hope you enjoyed this unit. We will continue next time with Unit 2.